How's it going, everyone? Mega Masher is back, and it's time for another Pokemon special video. And I say special because I have one of my subscribers requesting to do Rhyperior. So, my friend, you're gonna get your wish. Woo! I just gotta say, Rhyperior is insanely underrated. Even though it has two 4x weaknesses, that being to water and grass, do not, for the love of God, do not underestimate this Pokemon, because not only is it a fucking rhinoceros with a wrecking ball for a tail, but it has gigantic base 140 in the attack, and it has so many insane moves to use. So with that being said, let's get right into reviewing this monster. So just take a look at this thing. It has a fucking drill on its face as well, which makes it just that much cooler. So, it has a Wrecking Ball of Oblivion for a tail, and a Drill of Doom on its face. That's pretty awesome. So the type combination that it gets is Ground and Rock, and although it's not the best type combination, it's also not the worst. Yes, you have a 4x weakness to Water and Grass, and have a 2x weakness to Fighting, Ground, Steel, and Ice, but you have an immunity to Electric, a 4x resistance to Poison, and a 2x resistance to Normal, Flying, Rock, and Fire. So that's not that bad, but you have quite a few weaknesses that you need to watch for. So as for its abilities, the first one it gets is known as Lightning Rod. Now, Lightning Rod is a pretty interesting ability due to the fact that it gives you an electric immunity and boosts your special attack by 1 stage every time you get hit with an electric attack. Now, is there really a need to have 2 ways of immunity for electric? I think its typing is good enough by itself, so we don't need to have a double immunity. That's just pointless. And also, we do not need to boost its really bad special attack being base 55, because we won't be needing to use special attack, period. Now, as for its next ability, it's known as Solid Rock, and Solid Rock reduces the damage of super effective moves by 25%. So that can really make a huge difference for Rhyperior, and I happen to have a set idea that really exposes the ability of tanking even the most effective super effective attacks that there is, and making Rhyperior just that much more powerful. Now, its last ability is known as Reckless, and what Reckless does is it boosts any high-risk moves by 20%. That means moves like Flare Blitz, moves like Brave Bird, Woodhammer, things like that. But, one, it's a bad ability in comparison to Solid Rock, and two, Rhyperior doesn't get any notable moves that involve taking recoil damage, so it's not even really worth using Reckless. Now let's take a look at the stats here. It has base 115 HP, 140 attack, 130 defense, 55 on special attack and special defense, and 40 speed. So yeah, this thing is not going to be outspeeding things anytime soon, and it's not going to be needing its special attack at all, and its special defense looks pretty bad, but we have a set idea that revolves around making its special defense quite formidable, and its base 130 defense is quite awesome naturally, and that base 140 attack, oh man, that is absolutely great. So overall, this thing has really good attack, really good bulk on the physical side. So with that being said, how about we move on to some set ideas? So with this first set here, hold up, wait a minute, you mean to tell me we're going to be turning the slow as fuck Pokemon into a fast as fuck Pokemon that attacks without mercy? Oh, you bet your ass we are, and this is how it's done. So the item for choice for Rhyperior is going to be Life Orb, as it gives you a 30% boost to the power of your moves at the cost of 10% of your health. The ability is going to be Solid Rock, because what better than Solid Rock on Rhyperior? As for the EV spread, 252 is going to go into attack, 4 into special defense, and 252 into speed, and we'll be going with the Jolly nature to further boost your speed. So why the fuck are we going to be going with a speedy nature on a very slow Pokemon? Well, how about this? It gets Rock Polish, which is its first move, and what Rock Polish does is it doubles your speed in 1 turn. So, in translation, it boosts your speed by 2 stages, so if you use Rock Polish more than once, you're actually going to be surprisingly fast. And backed up with that naturally high attack at base 140, with the Life Orb boost, you're going to be fucking up so much shit, it's not even funny. Talk about coming in like a wrecking ball. Sorry, that was a Miley Cyrus reference. Ugh! Oh my god. Ugh. Anyways, moving on. Oh my god, that's disgusting. The next move that we have is Earthquake. Earthquake, backed up with Stab, backed up with Life Orb Boost, is going to be fucking up anything that doesn't resist it. It's a solid base, 100 power ground type move that does not miss. Unless, of course, you are a flying type Pokemon or have Levitate, but why would you be stupid to go and use that move on a Pokemon like that, eh? But if Earthquake isn't enough, we got Stone Edge. Stone Edge handles flying type Pokemon that are immune to Earthquake. So it gives you the near perfect coverage and forms the formidable, and I mean ever so formidable, Stonequake combo. This is really awesome. And if that isn't awesome enough, guess what? Our last move is going to either be Ice Punch or Fire Punch. You want Ice Punch for solid ice type coverage, giving you near perfect coverage, with the exception if you're against Bronzong. But that's why we got Fire Punch as an option to give you solid resisted coverage or solid unresisted coverage, because that means not even Bronzong, that smug ass looking Bell, can't switch in and eat up your attacks, because it's going to take a Fire Punch to the dome and be completely roasted to a crisp. So it's really up to you. Do you want Ice Punch for ice type coverage or Fire Punch for fire type coverage? It's really up to you, but this set is actually looking pretty damn awesome. So wait a minute, you mean to tell me that we're going to be running a defensive set on this guy? You bet your ass we are. With that 115 HP, 130 defense, this thing is very much capable of being a physical wall. Not to mention, with Solid Rock, makes it just that much more of a threat to anything that tries to get in its way and deal super effective damage. So the item for choice for Rhyperior is going to be Leftovers to provide you with passive recovery at the end of each turn. Ability, as I said, will be Solid Rock. And as for the EV spread, 252 will be in both HP and defense, and 4 into speed, just to give you one more speed point, and we will be going with an Impish Nature to further boost your physical defense. Now, with maximum investment in your HP and defense, with an Impish Nature, you're going to be taking super effective hits on the physical side like a champ. That means even Pokemon such as Excadrill, Landorus T, Garchomp, Hippowdon, just to name a few, Tyranitar, they won't be doing that much damage to you with their Earthquakes, and you'll be able to cripple them with Toxic and some attacks of your own, depending on who you go up against. So the first move that we'll be using is known as Stealth Rocks, and Stealth Rocks sets up entry hazards that deals damage depending on the type that switches into Stealth Rocks. This checks flying type Pokemon very nice, and also checks Pokemon who are huge threats, such as Talonflame, the Mega Charizards, Volcarona, Pokemon like those. The next move that we have is Earthquake, and Earthquake, without any investment, still hits like a truck. And that means you'll be taking on Pokemon like Excadrill, no problem, even though they can fire off super effective Earthquakes with maximum investment and Solid Rock to smooth out some of the super effective damage from Earthquake. It's not going to be doing that much. But next, we have Rock Blast. Rock Blast is a multi-hit move that hits 2 to 5 times in a row. It's base 25 power, 90% accuracy, and it is great due to the fact that it can break through things such as Focus Sash and Substitutes, and also gives you the big fuck you to Talonflame, which gets completely annihilated by Rhyperior to begin with. Now, Rhyperior is a Pokemon, like I said, is very underrated and should not be underestimated while under like any circumstance, to be honest with you. This thing is a terror and will completely bulldoze you if you're not prepared. And the last move that we have is Toxic. Toxic wears down troublesome Pokemon such as Garchomp, such as Hippowdon, and Landorus T, which are all very threatening Pokemon in the OU tier, and can definitely steamroll through you. But with Toxic, that puts them on a timer, which means they will not be lasting that much longer in battle. So that's all I have to say about this set. It's time to move on to another one. So this set here is going to take a much different but effective approach to the use of Rhyperior. We're going to be making this Pokemon as specially defensive as possible. Wait a second. With that base 55 special defense, there's no way that it's going to be specially defensive and be able to take hits. Well, that's where you're wrong, because this is how it's done. So the item for choice for Rhyperior is going to be Assault Vest. And what Assault Vest does is it locks you into attacking moves and boosts your special defense by 50%. And you back that up with Solid Rock, you're going to be taking special hits on both sides pretty well, which is what its ability is. And the EV spread, 252 is going to go into HP, 252 into special defense, and 4 into speed, and we'll be going with the careful nature to further boost your special defense. And I just gotta say that under the effects of Sandstorm, which boosts rock-type Pokemon's special defense by 50%, that's just going to add more special bulk to this guy, making it unbelievably difficult to break down. So the first move that we have is Fire Punch, which deals fire-type damage and gives you very nice coverage. Earthquake is next, as this is very solid stab and gives you very nice coverage with Fire Punch. And we also have Stone Edge to form the Edgequake combo and give you even more coverage. And the last move slot, you can either go with Mega Horn to deal out some heavy bug-type damage to the likes of Grass, Psychic, and Dark-type Pokemon. You can deal with Hammer Arm, as this deals heavy damage to the likes of Tyranitar, which is very threatening in OU. We have Ice Punch to deal 4 times damage to the likes of Dragonite, Garchomp, Landorus. Like, this is very awesome. But if that isn't enough, we also have Thunder Punch to deal electric type coverage to the likes of Gyarados, which is also a very threatening Pokemon. But if you want my recommendation, I would run Ice Punch as your last move slot. But if you want to have certain type coverage to deal with Pokemon that you're scared of, then you got some options right here. So that's basically all I have to say about this set. It's pretty straightforward. So I hope you tried it out. I tried this out, and under the effects of Sandstorm and Trick Room, this is actually quite the formidable set. But of course you want to run a sassy nature with 0 IVs in your speed, making you very dirt slow, and also very fast under the effects of Trick Room. So I recommend you try this set out. I know that looking at this set, I think I'm going to want to pull up my old Trick Room Sandstorm team again. So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this special Pokemon review on how to use Rhyperior. And if you enjoyed this video, then feel free to leave a like and even share this video to your friends. Well, you better like it, because I work hard on this, and I work hard on all my videos for you guys. But if you want to see more videos like the ones that you just seen, then please feel free to hit up that subscribe button to join the Mega Express today. Also, be sure to leave me your feedback in the comments section down below, and I urge you to join Poketown and Cat's Epic Pokemon Cloning Group, which are 2 groups on Facebook. I will post links to them in the description box down below. That's all for right now. Have a nice day. I shall see you guys next upload.